Hey, thanks for your interest in Abundant Life Employment Services. If you're thinking about applying to be a job coach, you are in exactly the right place. We've put this together to give you a real, honest look at what this job is all about.
We're going to cover the amazing, rewarding parts, but also the real-world challenges. That way, you can figure out if this unique, super impactful role is the right move for you. Okay, let's dive in.
So, first off, what even is a job coach? Well, at its heart, it's a mentorship role. You're a professional who partners with adults who have cognitive disabilities, and your whole goal is to help them not just get a job in the community, but to really truly succeed and thrive in it.
Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of what you'll actually be doing. Think of it less as a job and more as a mission to empower someone.
Here's the key thing to understand. This is not about doing the job for somebody. It's about teaching them to do it all by themselves. First, you teach the specific tasks. Then, you get creative and make simple tools, like checklists or guides, to help them remember those steps. A huge piece of the puzzle is helping them build real relationships with their coworkers. We call those natural supports. And then, here's the best part. The ultimate goal is for you to gradually fade away until they don't need you anymore. That's how you know you've won.
So, what does this look like in the real world? Well, you're right there, on site with them in a real workplace. You're taking a task that seems complicated and breaking it down into a few simple, manageable steps. You might make a checklist with pictures to help. And you're also teaching all those unwritten rules of work, how to talk to your manager, how to handle a customer, and how to solve little problems that pop up.
Okay, so what does your day-to-day actually feel like? Let's talk about the work environment itself. First things first, this is not a desk job. Not even close. Your office might be a grocery store on Monday, a busy restaurant kitchen on Wednesday, or a warehouse on Friday. You go wherever your client works, which means pretty much every day is a new adventure.
And this slide really shows the difference. Unlike a standard office job with predictable hours, a job coach's schedule is super flexible. It changes from week to week based on your client's shifts. Now, this gives you incredible freedom. A lot of our coaches love that they can work around school pickups or classes. But it also means you have to be really, really adaptable.
And with all that flexibility comes a massive responsibility. This is so important. Your reliability is everything. If you don't show up for a shift, it's not you who gets in trouble, it's your client. For them, it could mean a formal write-up or even losing a job that they absolutely love. The stakes are high.
Now, we want to be totally upfront about the challenges. This work is one of the most rewarding things you can do, but it isn't for everyone. And it's really important that you know what you're signing up for.
Let's start with the first big one. A lot of people are surprised by the amount of paperwork. Documentation isn't just some side task you do at the end of the day. It is a core, essential function of this job.
After every single session you have with a client, you have to write detailed, accurate notes and get them submitted on time. Why? Well, the agencies that fund these vital services, they depend on those notes to see the progress we're making. It's how we prove our work is effective and make sure our clients continue to get the support they need. So let me be clear, it is absolutely not optional.
All right, the second challenge is a really common misconception. While you'll definitely build a great professional relationship with your clients, this is highly skilled work. This is not just hanging out.
And this is a super important distinction to make. You're a teacher, you're a problem solver, you're an advocate, but you work for your client. They have complete control, they make the choices about their life and their career. And yes, they can even choose to fire you. Your job is to support their goals, never to tell them what to do.
And finally, the third challenge is also the very thing that makes this job so special. You'll be working with a unique and absolutely wonderful group of people who just happen to see the world and learn in different ways. To succeed here, you need a deep well of patience and a ton of creativity. Our clients often learn best through hands-on, repetitive practice, not just by someone telling them what to do. So you might have to teach the same skill 5, 10, 20 times in different ways. And above all, it all has to be built on a foundation of genuine respect and care for the people you're serving.
So, knowing the role and its challenges, what does it really take to succeed? Let's look at the skills and, just as important, the right mindset.
Okay, the on-paper stuff is pretty straightforward. You'll need a high school diploma or GED and really strong communication skills, both written and spoken. Remember all that documentation? This is where it comes in. You also need basic computer skills, and since you're traveling between job sites all the time, a valid driver's license and a reliable car are non-negotiable.
But honestly, the right mindset is the real secret sauce here.
You have to truly believe, down to your core, that every single person with a disability can succeed at work. You have to be willing to let go, to step back and watch them become independent. And you have to treat every client as a whole person with the dignity and respect they deserve.
And that really brings us to the most important part of all, why this work matters so much. It's about changing lives, one job, one person at a time.
Let me share a quick story with you. We had a client whose father had passed away. He had always wanted to teach her how to use a cash register at their family store, but he just couldn't quite figure out how to break it down in a way she could understand.
Well, one of our job coaches started working with her. Using that same patient step-by-step instruction we've been talking about, this client mastered the cash register completely in 1 week.
And after she did it, she turned to her coach and she just said, "I know my dad would be so proud of me."
That moment, that was 10 years ago. Today, she is still at that same job, and get this, she is the fastest, most accurate cashier in the entire store. That is the kind of long-term impact this work can have.
That's what this job is all about. It's about creating those moments and creating futures like that one. If this sounds like the right journey for you, we really hope you'll apply to join our team. We provide all the training and all the support you'll need to succeed and make a real difference. Thanks so much for your time.